What is up, guys? Today we are going through 5 things I wish I knew in my early 20s. This is coming from someone who is 25 years old, guys. Basically, these are things I wish I would have known like 5 years ago when I was in my exactly 20 years old. Maybe even in my high school days. I kind of wish I would have known some of this stuff. Sorry for the background, guys. I'm just walking. I'm at my first job. I'm still doing the 2-job thing, guys. But trying to make more content, guys. But the thing is, I gotta just super grind. That's kind of like my lifestyle. I'm always on the go. So a lot of these videos are gonna be me outside walking around or in a public place. Just gonna be how it is for right now. But things are gonna get better very soon, guys. I can tell you that right now. God's gonna be getting me through it all. But let's get on into the video, guys. 5 things I wish I knew in my late teens / early 20s. And the first thing we're gonna talk about, guys, is you don't have to have it all figured out, guys. So many people in the early 20s and 18s and stuff, and I don't know why they put pressure on themselves. Even me, guys, I did the same thing, but it's like an illusion. The pressure to have it all figured out, guys, is an illusion. Everybody is thinking, hey, I need to have it all figured out. I need to know my career. I need to have my my significant other. I need to have my life figured out as soon as I turn 20 years old. This is so false, guys. Let me tell you right now, most people are making it up as they go along as well, guys. I'm not even exaggerating. Even me, I'm still making it up as I go along, and I'm 25 years old. And everyone thinks oh, when you're 20 years old, you gotta have everything figured out. Otherwise, you're getting labeled as a loser, or you label yourself as unsuccessful or something. Guys, that is such I'm trying to keep it clean, but it's such BS, guys. You don't need to have it figured out. You don't need to have a significant other when you're 20 years old. You don't need to be getting married at 20 years old. In fact, I wouldn't recommend getting married at 20 years old, just because you need to really know someone. But people put so much pressure on themselves. Same thing with if you're going to college. You don't need to go to college right after high school. This is stuff that they don't tell you. But you don't need to go to college right after you graduate high school, because you're putting more pressure on yourself. Give yourself some time to actually think through, what do you really want to do with your life? Your career is something big, and this is something that they don't teach you in school, because they just want you to spend money. And they think, hey, if we get them when they're young and they change career paths, they're in that debt still. They're not going to be able to get out of that debt, you know? And that's kind of I don't know why this cause here, but it's kind of they want to trap you into the debt cycle. And if they can get you to switch career paths, you don't get the money back for those classes that you took. So really think through what kind of career you want to have and stuff. You don't need to have it figured out at 18 years old. If you go take a little break, just work a little bit, save some money, you can go back to school in your 30s. There's people who go back to school in the 20s, 30s, guys, and they're just fine. Your career is something you're going to be doing for 20 plus years, and it's something you don't want to be taking lightly. As well as marriage. Marriage is for life, guys. I don't believe in divorce, guys, because I'm very biblical, but you don't want to be marrying the wrong person and wasting years out of your life, and now you're tainted with and stuff. Also, guys, changing direction is normal. Pivoting is normal. Life circumstances, life's gonna throw different things your way, and in 2 years you might be doing something that you never thought you'd be doing. Me personally, when I worked 2 jobs the first time, from 2023 to 2024, I told myself I'm never gonna work 2 jobs again. Here we are, it's 2026, guys, and I'm working 2 jobs still. I went back to 2 jobs. But life's gonna throw things your way and challenges your way, and you're gonna have to make that decision. Okay, let's go this way. I wanted to go this way, but we're gonna go this way instead. And that's kind of like how life is. Number 2, guys, and this one's another big one. I kind of wish I would have did this at 18 years old, but I've started doing this recently. Build financial habits early, guys. This is something they don't tell you in school either. They don't tell you this stuff in school because they don't want you to have real power. Have a savings account, like, for easy access. That's what savings is for. Like, obviously you have your checking account and then you have your savings account. The savings account is for easy access. You can easily access that money with no problem. I wouldn't recommend only having a savings account though. Do your research on stuff, guys, but there's other ways to have savings as well. Investing, guys. I definitely wish I would have started investing earlier on in stocks and some other stuff, but I started doing that in my later 20s, guys. Well, not later 20s, but you know what I mean, like 23. I kind of wish I would have started it a little earlier and stuff. Like, I wish I would have started investing when I was 18 and stuff, instead of just keeping it all in a savings only and keeping it all in my checkings. I kind of wish I would have branched off, done some more research, and started up building financial habits earlier, guys. It's very important that you do research on companies that you want to invest in, and that you invest in companies that you actually support and stuff, and pick companies that have room for growth and stuff. Investments matter, because if you invest in the wrong stuff, you're gonna end up losing money. And beware of scams. Beware of scams when it comes to money. There's lots of scammers out there, guys. I'm not a financial advisor either, so I'm not going to say go invest in this stock, or I'm not going to tell you guys what I do, because I'm not a financial advisor. You do your own research, you pick what you want to invest in, and also if you need help investing or you want to talk to a professional, there are professionals who do get paid lots of money per year to do that kind of thing, and they specialize in that stuff. If that's something you're willing to invest in yourself, I have, that's up to you. Me personally, I'd rather just do it myself, but some of you guys might want to just spend the extra money and say, hey, let me just ask a professional what they recommend. And there's people that get paid on YouTube as well, that talk about it on YouTube and stuff. You just got to find the right channels. Just like I said, be very cautious. Anyone can upload videos on YouTube. They might not have a degree. I'm just telling you that right now. There's lots of people who, you know, anyone can upload a video. Like this video right here, it's uploaded. I don't have no certification in finance. If I wanted to make a finance video, I could, but I'm not going to, because that's not who I am. Also, guys, for number 3, who you surround yourself with really does matter. I found this lesson out the hard way, guys. When it comes to who you surround yourself with, it's very important that you pick the right group of people, the right friends, and the right circle. Because if you pick the wrong circle, you're gonna end up putting yourself and stuff like that. Your friends can either make you or break you. This is so true. Your friends, if they're tearing themselves down, if you're hanging out with the wrong crowd and they're self-destructing themselves, the same thing's gonna happen to you. Their habits become your habits, and you know, you want to surround yourself with people who are growing, supportive, and honest. You don't want to be hanging out with people who lie. You don't want to be hanging out with people who are not supportive. If you have a mission, you have a goal, God's telling you to go do something, you want someone to have your back and say, you know what, I think you can do that. And you want to just have people who are going to encourage you and uplift you, and growing people. Look at people who want to actually grow in life. Look at people who are trying to change for the better. Don't hang out with people who are doing drugs and partying every weekend and not looking towards the future at all. Because in 5 years, you're going to be doing the same stuff you're doing now. If you keep hanging around those people, they will waste your time. And, you know, there's people I know that I used to hang out with back in the day, guys, and they still be doing the same stuff that they were doing 5 years ago in their 20s, and we're 25 now. So just be very aware. The people you hang out with, guys, it really does matter. It could affect lots of stuff. It could affect lots of outcomes in your life. Leaving toxic relationships is very important as well, guys. There's people that you just gotta let go. You don't want to be hanging on to the past when a season comes and goes. And lots of people, when I say season, they just picture like the seasons of the calendar. I mean like a life season. A life season could be one day, it could be 1 week, it could be 1 year, it could be a decade. A season is just a time frame. It's not just basically like, okay, fall, spring, winter, summer. No, season could be a year of your life. A season could be 2 years of your life. It could be a month of your life. It could be, a few months. It's just a time frame. That's what season means. Lots of people don't understand that, and I be saying seasons all the time, and people be like, "Oh yeah, winter." I'm like, "Oh no, that's not what I mean. It's literally just a time frame." But yeah, when a season comes and goes, and it's time to let someone go, let them go, like for real. Especially if it's like a toxic relationship, just let it go. Like, it might hurt you for like a season or two, but you're gonna look back and you're gonna say, I made the right call, letting this person go and moving on with my life, because the person is not gonna help you get to where you need to be. It's gonna just postpone your growth, postpone your success. Number 4, guys, you are responsible for your own life. You are responsible. And this is something that a lot of people need to understand too. No one on earth is coming to save you. If you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like you're in a rut that you cannot get out of, which I'll be making a video on that very soon too, the only one who can save you is you. If you're in financial trouble, you can't go crying to someone else for help. They're not going to help you. No one's going to give you financial money. No one's going to give you money to get out of a debt hole that you created for yourself. If you max out your credit card, you spend $2,000 on junk that you don't need, and you can't refund that stuff, no one on earth is giving you $2,000 to bail you out of a hole that you created for yourself. No one is going to help you do that. Unless you have some great significant other, but that's not their responsibility, and you shouldn't be putting pressure on them like that. No one's going to come to save you out of a bad decision that you make. As well, bad decisions. You make a bad decision, you got to live with that consequence, guys. Your decisions affect your future. If you get into a toxic relationship and you ain't got the guts to walk away from it, and you end up marrying that person, that's on you. Your decisions matter. Your decisions affect your life a year, 5 years, 10 years down the line. You gotta have the courage to walk away from bad situations, walk away from those toxic people, make career decisions that are gonna affect you and make your life better. Every single thing in life, guys, is a strategy. It's like playing chess. Life really is a game of chess. Like, your decision matters, and what you do is going to affect how people in your life make the next move too. And the thing is, people don't talk about this. Sometimes when you level up, your friends, they choose to backstab you. That's their next move. Like, keep your circle small, guys, and really only let people in that you can really trust in your circle too, because you could make a really good move, and the next move that your friend / opponent makes, it could be the backstabbing card. You got to be very careful of that. Now, obviously, I trust the people I have in my circle right now, guys. I keep my circle very small, guys. I can tell you, my circle is people I've known since 4th grade in high school. And I have a few people that I'm about to bring into my circle as well. But you just got to be cautious of what the next move is going to be. Always treasure the moments that you create with people too, because when the time comes and, like I was saying, the season ends, you never know. Maybe they cut you out because you're moving up and they're not, and they get jealous of you. This is real stuff that they don't talk about. You really want to hang out with people who are following God and humbling themselves and don't get easily emotional, because emotions can really affect stuff. And finally, guys, blaming other people for your problems is just going to hold you back. And what I mean with this is blaming your parents for your problems in your early 20s. That's so teenage to do. Like, when you're 13, 14, fine, go ahead, blame your parents for your problems. I mean, that's something that's normal to do when you're in your teenage years, maybe even 15, 16, 17. But when you're 20, when you hit the big 2-0, you gotta stop blaming your parents for your problems now. Like, I kind of wish I would have known this earlier, because I used to do this in my early 20s. You can't blame your parents. I realized this when I was like 22. I was like, you know what? I'm 22 now. My parents don't really affect my life anymore. I mean, you don't have to live with your parents once you turn 18. I recommend staying with them until you're at least 20, but you don't have to. You can move out. As soon as you turn 18, you can move out. No one's forcing you to stay with your parents once you turn 18. But what you do is going to affect your life. And if you put yourself in a new place and you can't afford it, your parents do have the right to not take you back if you leave them like that. If you leave, they don't have to take you back once you're 18. If they're nice enough, they will, but they don't have to. So understand that, guys, and stop blaming them for your problems. If you're in your 20s and you're overweight and you eat fast food all the time, that's not your parents' problem anymore. That's not their fault anymore. You're 20 years old. You can buy different foods. And you might say, oh, it costs money, it takes time to cook. Well, that's you making excuses for yourself. You gotta make what's best for your life. You cannot blame your parents when you turn 20 years old. And that's something I learned in my early 20s. And I'm glad I learned it in my early 20s. I kind of wish I would have known this walking into 18, 19. Like, hey, you can't blame your parents for your problems anymore. Like, you gotta take responsibility for your own life. Like, once you turn 18, your parents really can't stop you from doing anything. You can live however you want. You can do whatever you want. You can stay out however late you want. You can do whatever you want. But just know that there are consequences. If you do live under the roof and they say, my roof, my rules, if you disobey the rules, they could kick you out. So yes, there's consequences, but they technically can't, like, control you anymore. The last thing I have, guys, and this is really big, I wanted to end off on a positive note. You have plenty of time. You have plenty of time, guys. Stop comparing your life to others. I know social media has this thing of showing the big success highlights of people's lives. You get to see all these people taking vacations and having all these dream jobs at 20 years old. Let me tell you guys something right now. I'm not working my dream job right now. I really am not. You see people getting married at 20 years old. I'm not married, guys. So take your time. It's your timeline. You don't need to have it all figured out. Like I was saying, number one, you have plenty of time in your early 20s to experiment with life. When I say experiment with life, I mean doing positive stuff. Don't do drugs and stuff. Like, that's stupid. But you have plenty of time. If you want to experience careers, go out and do it. Like, you don't have to have a set career. You could shift careers every year. You could do this for 1 year and you say, you know what, this isn't working. Let me go work over here. Okay, I kind of like this, but I want to test out this now. And then you say, you know what, I think I like the second one the best. Go do the second one then. Do research on other careers too. Same thing, like when it comes to, you know, other stuff like hobbies. You can try out any hobby. If you want to play a sport one day, you could test out different sports. Like, you're only in your 20s. You don't have to, you know, rush things. And another thing, guys, growth takes years, not months. And I really wish someone told me this when I was 18, 19 years old, maybe even in my early 20s, because right now I'm in my mid 20s. Growing takes so much time. And on your self-help journey. When I started my self-help journey in 2021, like, I was only 20 years old, guys. I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna have all this stuff by the end of this year. I'm gonna have confidence, I'm gonna have social skills, I'm gonna have all these other skills that I don't have right now. By next year, I'm gonna be like a master at it all. Yeah, no, I was not a master at like half those skills that I wanted to learn. I still was scared to talk to people in my early 20s. But growth takes years, not months. And the people you hang out with, the people you surround yourself with, will help you get there. If you're hanging out with people who are confident and know how to talk to people, you will get there. You will be like them. But yeah, this video, guys, was the 5 things I knew I wish in my early, what the heck am I saying? 5 things I wish I knew in my early 20s. Number 1, guys, you don't have to fit in. Wow, that's crazy. You don't have to fit in either, just be yourself. But you don't have to have it all figured out, guys. Who you surround yourself with really does matter. Building financial habits early. Stop saving in your early 20s. Don't wait till your 30s. Lots of people wait till they're in the 30s and 40s to start saving. Like, you had all that extra time. Get a head start on it. You are responsible for your life, guys. And finally, you have plenty of time. You don't have to rush. You don't have to stress. Don't give yourself problems in your 20s, guys. Don't give yourself health problems because you're focusing on the future too much. Just live in the moment. You only get to live once. You only get to be 20 one time. You only get to be 21 one time. You only get to be 22 one time, and so on, guys. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one.